Hi, I'm Ron. Tyler sent me here to tell you guys about sound transmission class. He's already done a pretty good job of it, but I'm going to spice it up a little bit. I'm going to tell you what exactly it means. Sound transmission class is an integer rating of how well or how poorly a wall or assembly can stop or retard sound. The higher the Stc rating, the better and the stronger the barrier is of the wall. For example, 35 Stc, that is pretty good, but you can still hear people on the other side arguing. But a Stc rating of 45, you can bang on the drums. Your mom might get mad, but she can hear you a little bit, so you have to bump that rate up to an Stc 60. That right there, that's top of the line. You got your double sheet of drywall, your double stud, and that you can't hear an elephant stomping in that room. How can you increase your Stc rating? You add mass, you add all these things. You got insulation, wood, drywall, glue. You put those all together, you can get a pretty soundproof room. How do you measure all of it? Well, I'm going to tell you. As you can see, we're on this side of the wall right here. We need to see how loud we can scream and how much this will decrease from going on that side of the wall. So, right here I'm screaming at about 45 decibels. Right now I bet you that's only hitting about 25 on the other side. That means I have a 20 decibel loss. That is known as transmission loss. Keep that in mind for as we continue. As we're learning about sound transmission, there's one more term, frequency, also known as hertz. As a baby we can hear from 20 to 20,000. 20 being pretty low like a little mouse, and 20,000 being about a tuba right in the side of your ear. As we get older, like John in the back over there, just kidding, he can't hear as much as we can now. A big problem we have with sound transmission is you think your wall's all soundproof, secure, ready to go, but you forgot about flanking. Flanking, you ask? What's flanking? Well, I'm going to tell you. Flanking is any bit of sound that can travel through your wall. This crack right here, it's going through, it's flanking. That hole, flanking. Any outlet, duct, or anything that can possibly get sound waves to travel through your wall, it'll find a way. But I have a way to make it better. And I've found the solution. Acoustic sealing. Without acoustic sealing, a wall that is ST50 can drop all the way down to ST33 to 39. You have to apply this to all your openings. It might not fully block the sound, but it will help for sure. Got a little table here set up. I'm going to do a little mock-up for you guys and see how that goes. As you can see, I've built my double-studded wall for excellent soundproofing. Now I'm ready to insulate. Make sure you always wear protective eyeglasses and hand protection. Now I've pre-cut these to size for easier purposes. It's easier sometimes if you put it up against the wall and cut it. Now installing this, you want to make sure that it comes nice, tight, and flush to each side. As you can see right here, perfect. And I still have room on the inside for my air barrier. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side now. As you can see, I did the exact same thing. Made sure it's nice and flush. Now I'm ready for my double sheet of drywall. As you can see here, I put my double layer of drywall, and I've also had to add a green glue adhesive to the inside of it for ultimate protection. This is just one way of building partitions, but it's not the only way. If you can't have the room for a double empty space, we also have clips. Clips can go on, adding enough air barrier and still allowing for you to put on your double sheet of drywall. Typically when you think of soundproofing, you think of those spiky little foams. They don't do much. A 4-inch foam piece will only decrease the soundproofing by 20 to 30%. Not much. This right here is probably going to be your best option if you have the room and the space for it. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this lesson now of sound transmission class. I'm gonna pass it over to my good and handsome pal Tyler over here to answer all final questions. No problem, Tyler. C rating, the better and the fuck. Well, we listened to 20 RZs. That's HCs. Fuck. Well, fuck. Also, fuck. Not acoustic cock in your
Your ass.
above, below, fuck. Below ceiling, you bury around, like fuck. What's his name?